Hello everyone, my name is Pritam Paul and welcome to another video. So today in this video, we will be trying to know about the study life in France. So to discuss about all these things, we have a guest here today and his name is Pritam Shaha. We have done our school and college life from the same institutes. Right now he is in France and I think he would be the best guy to discuss about all these things. So that's why introducing Pritam Shaha. So hello Pritam. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I am also fine. Thank you. So, before starting the video, please introduce yourself.
As Pritam Paul, my big brother, give a brief introduction about me. So, I have completed my uh, graduation from NIT Agartala, where I got selected for a study exchange program in to study in IIT Guwahati, where I have completed my final year of my BTech, and then finally I come to know about this master's program in France. And currently, I'm doing M2 Masters in Fluid Mechanics from Sorbonne University. That's all from my side. I'm currently doing my internship of my this master's program.
Okay. So, first of all, the question is that before going into a deeper section, I would like to know one simple thing that why anyone should choose France for their higher studies. Means what is the main advantage there? Means why? That's the simple question.
So first, if I talk about my course, like what I saw in while studying in IIT Guwahati or IIT Agartala, we had teachers from only one institute, but and the teachers only from that particular institute are teaching. Maybe they are not that good at their one particular topic, but still we have the teachers only from our limited institute. But here, while studying, I'm just a student of Sorbonne University, but at the same time I different professors from Ecole Polytechnique, which is also a good university, then ENS Paris, then Onera, which is a research lab in France. It is like Indian Hall. And so professors from different universities with their own expertise, they taught us different topics. Even for a same subject, we had different teachers because a particular teacher has their own good grip on a particular topic. So it was really nice to have expertise from even expertise just for a single topic also. So yeah, the education system is really good here. And one good thing is they prefer like the knowledge over other things. If you know something, even if your answer is incorrect, but you have the concept and they can feel it. Yes, this understood and understood it properly. So they'll give you marks, and it is some of the exams are not just based on written exams. Sometimes it is just a project that you have to do with either with different students or a single project, and they will give you the whole course mark on depends on just a project. So you can show your creativity on that. You can select your own project for a particular course, just for a course. And for the internships also, it's pretty good here because for internships I can like apply to any company, any individual lab, research library, which is like a totally independent one. And also they have they pay like mostly all of the internships here pay, so that also helps me in my fundings. But other than my field also, there are so many students which comes here for business related studies like data analytics, data science, MBA. Then others let's say, which is not that popular in India, culinary arts, which is studying on something, so specializing on cooking, special cuisine. Then there comes economics and many other fields which people comes from. Like mostly in France, I will say they are like students related to business field. They comes here.
So it's really sounds really very vibrant and dynamic culture there in case of education, and
Yes.
that is really great. Means this not as like as our Indian education system, and yeah, that's really sounds nice. So after that, I would like to ask you that about the application procedure, that how students should apply to the courses there. Please tell us about that.
Like for me, I was really lucky to know about this course from one of my seniors in IIT Guwahati, who is currently doing his PhD here only. But for someone who is have no contacts and they are just looking for a university, first I will suggest, like, you obviously know your topic. Like I know I want to do it on fluid mechanics, and then you have to know which is your area of interest. Then search it with the university name, and you can easily find their that website. There you will find all the details. Now in the details there is you can say mostly two ways of application procedure. Either the general one where you have to fill like you have to wait for the application to start and then you fill the application. Then they call for interview or you provide all the documents that they ask for. The other one that by which I got selected is like it was there like the pre-selection thing. So I mailed the professor with my SOP, cover letter, and CV. So he liked my profile a lot. So he asked for a Skype interview. So he asked some basic questions related to fluid mechanics, and finally I got selected.
That's really nice. But means in general for business means MS purpose, is there any kind of necessity of IELTS or GRE? Is there any criteria like that? As Germany and USA, where means in USA TOEFL and GRE are the mandatory things. You have to give those exams, and in Germany or other Norway, like other European countries also, means IELTS is one of the most important exam
Yes.
for proving your English proficiency. So means that kind of scenario is not there in France.
No, it's one of the good thing. Like I think like I also have this thing in mind, and I think it's there in so many people. It's just a myth. Like for going to abroad, you need to give GRE, IELTS, TOEFL. Other than that, also you can study here. Like my undergraduate course was in English medium, so I did a 4 year course in English medium. So that they take this as a proof of my English proficiency, so they are fine with it. And as the professor directly to take an interview for me, Skype interview, so he judged me over that. I didn't need to give any GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, any other exam. That's like
Okay.
no exams.
That means in France, that is the most advantageous thing, that means students have to show their own profile, their technical skills, and mostly important means a little bit obviously, but that not much strict English proficiency test should be there. That's really nice. And
Yeah, there are
in
so
case
many
of
courses, I would say. There are so
okay,
many courses which they're like good courses. Like Sorbonne is a really good university, and my course, the course instructor is like one of the like pioneer in my field in fluid mechanics. So in this course, it's not needed.
okay, that means it depends on the course. Okay.
Yes,
So for the viewers, I think that they should understand that that means they have to search for the courses in those universities, and after that, according to those courses, they have to prepare themselves as well as like others also, isn't it?
yes. Like Joe, don't just go for okay. Let's say I was planning for this university, but beforehand only I was like, okay, I have to give IELTS, I have to give GRE. I gave all the exams, but it was not even necessary for this course. So first, like I'll recommend everyone to do your research thoroughly, what is needed and what is not. Then go for the exams which you need to give.
Okay. So now let's talk about the money matter. Means what are the fee structure there? As Germany, I know that there in case of public funded universities, they are providing zero tuition fees, and in case of US, if I talk about that, then there are very high expensive courses are there in those private universities. Because yeah, so in case of France, I would like to know the scenario. Please tell
In
us
France,
elaborately.
it's like mixed. There are public university in which there are courses which doesn't need any tuition fee. Like my course, it doesn't need any tuition fee, and just have to pay like 243 euro for just for registration. One time fee. It is just for registration, and as they will provide all the things. And other than that, there is literally no tuition fee. And some of my one of my friend who is studying like biology from chemical perspective, she also doesn't have to pay any tuition fee. But on the other hand, I have a friend who is studying cinematography here, who have to pay actually like lot of tuition fee, like lot. So in business also there are courses, but also there are students who got like scholarships. So there are scholarships. One of the most
Opportunities
popular
also
is,
there.
yes, one of the most popular, which is Charpak. Like so many students prefer that one.
Okay.
So I think like there are Charpak I think covers around 5,000 euro of tuition fee per year.
Oh,
So that is really
that's
huge,
nice.
I think. And also like some other fees like visa fees, then so getting a house here, few other benefits are there from Charpak scholarship.
Okay.
So for tuition fee it's mixed. So like the individual student have to look for in the website whether is that particular course has a tuition fee or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's talk about the course duration. So basically, the master's courses all over the world, in average, 2 years of master's courses means most of the people know, but very few know about those kind of master's courses which you are doing. It would be really nice that if you could explain your master's program duration, that is, I guess, 1 year or 1.5 year or whatever it is. So please tell us about all these things.
So my master's course is called M2 Masters, M2 Masters, which is a 1 year course. And like for in first of it caught me by surprise, like how a master's program is 1 year. So then I like studied about the France education system. So here all the undergraduate courses are 3 years, and then you have to do M1, which is called pre-masters here. So either you have to do pre-masters or you have to in some relevant field, let's say like business field, you need to have or management field, you need to have some work experience. Then only they consider you that you are eligible for doing a master's. And M2 is actually the proper master's here. M1 is not a master's degree. M1 is just a pre-master's or something. So let's say like someone who have studied physics, they're undergraduate in physics. So this is a 3 year course in India. Then you have to, you can't directly study M2 here. You have to do M1, then M2. But on the other hand, like I did engineering in India, mechanical engineering. So I can study in M2 directly because I have a 4 year of experience in mechanical engineering. So it's like I have sufficient amount of knowledge and prerequisites of this M2 course. And then
That
there are
means,
some
in case of any, if I talk about any general college student, then after getting a BSc degree from any general college in India, they can easily apply for the M1 course in France. Is that so?
yes, yes.
So for that, they do not need to have any kind of exam like IELTS, TOEFL, or GRE or anything. Just direct application would be enough.
Yes, IELTS is like a course to course. There are a few courses which ask for
Okay.
IELTS, but not mostly. But there are
Okay.
courses which ask for IELTS. It's not like all over France you don't need.
So they do means focus on the GPA, I guess. Then means what will be the eligibility means criteria to get selected means GPA would be a big matter, isn't it?
Not GPA. So if I tell about my personal experience, when I
Yeah.
got during my Skype interview, the first
Okay.
thing what the professor said is like, Pritam, you have like good profile, and as I can see, your schooling is also from good places. So like what I understood is like they actually prefer these tags, NIT tags, IIT tags.
Okay.
Like it's you can say star on your profile if you have that. It's not like
Okay.
it is the only matter that they see. They also see what are the projects that you worked on, like GPA, like overall everything matters, I would say. But yes, if you have a schooling from a good university, that will be always a star point. What I understood by his reaction, as I studied 3 years in NIT Agartala and 1 year in IIT Guwahati. Yeah, and also yes, I want to add one more thing. There are so many management courses which are actually 1.5 years, but you have one have to do 1 year of coursework and 6 months of internship. So that is
Okay.
also there.
So in case of yours, this 1.5 year, right?
No, my course is 1 year. Like
Okay.
in
Then
five,
6 months of internship and 6 months of coursework.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about the cost of living. Means how much a student would be needed.
Now the like biggest amount goes to is in the rent actually. So for that, if you are living in Paris, rent is really expensive here. But if you are living to some other side like Nice, like so many people comes for studying in Nice or Lille cities, so there the rent is not that much. I don't have like particular idea, but you can assume like 200 to 300 euro you can like stay there. But here in Paris, it's really expensive. But there is a thing like here the government give a like really big space for the students only. So every country have their own house. Like I live in House of India, there is House of Cambodia, there is House of Japan, there is other. And like in this houses 90% student from is from their own country and 10% from their other country. So here the rent is quite less. Still, it is 425 euro that I have to pay per month for the rent. But if you like live with let's say your own apartment outside, just your single apartment, that will at least cost you around 700 euro, 800 euro easily, 900 euro in Paris. In Paris, like living is really expensive, like this rent cost. But out in the outskirts, it's not much.
And what about the fooding and other stuffs? Means in overall for per month, how much you have to pay?
For me, I cook. I always cook for myself, so I can save a lot. You can say I can save a lot in here. So I'll say like for me it's around 550 at max 600 because like I have to pay for travel and all. So travel there is a card which is which you
Okay.
can take on for 1 year subscription. So I pay around 35 euro per month for that. So 35 euro for that, 425 euro for rent, and other is fooding and my extra expenses.
Okay. That
So,
means
but like mainly rent.
in
If you
average,
don't
I
have
can say
tuition,
that 600 euro is there in
yeah,
average.
if you are living in Paris
Okay.
without a tuition fee in college,
Okay. Yeah,
because if
obviously.
someone has a
Yeah.
tuition fee, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
like relatively,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now let's talk about the part-time jobs. Do you do any part-time jobs there?
No, I didn't, but I have friends who did, and like
Okay.
one of the good thing here is like they pay, like considering the job, they pay a lot. Like I have a friend who was just a security guard in a museum. He used to like do 24 hours in a week, and he used to get pay like 950 euro per month. So like that's a huge. And so there are so many other opportunities like working in restaurants, working in food delivery, then babysitting. Like so many people needs
That's
a
really
babysitter.
nice. 950 euro is really nice.
Yeah, like it's people get more than that also actually. 950 euro just for a
Do
museum
you
card.
means are
He didn't
students
do
allowed
anything
to
big.
apply for any corporate jobs there, like companies?
No, not be before your internship is done or your course is done.
Okay, okay, okay. That means you
You
have to
can't do
do
a
the odd
full-time
jobs
job.
there only.
Hmm?
Odd jobs
Sorry.
there only, like Pizza Hut or means any
Yeah,
food.
like normal jobs,
Yeah.
not a like full-time job. You can't do a full-time job being a student. Like even for babysitting and all, they pay really good. Like per hour, they will pay around 10 euro, 10 euro, 8 euro, 12 euro
It's
just
really
for
nice.
babysitting. But the thing is, as it is a French culture, people mostly are French around. So it's like 90-95% job will ask you for French proficiency. 90 to
Okay,
95% of the jobs. Because the
okay,
people you will be dealing with are French.
okay. Okay, so now let's talk about some language barrier. As you have said that means without French you can't get a part-time job here or job here. So is there
The
any
same
like
goes for job also. After studies, same goes for job also. If
okay
you know French, it will be little hard for you to get a job. It's not like you don't have any
means
opportunity
part-time
you
means
have.
full-time job in various companies, right?
Yeah, because so many people after completing their masters here, they want to go for a job here only. Like they want to settle here or they want to do their jobs for a few years at least here, just after completing their masters. So they look for job here. So
Okay.
for job also, French, like knowing French is always a good thing. It's like understandable.
It's just
If you're living in
like
this
as the
country,
German scenario also. In Germany also means getting a job would be very much easy if you know German, at least
yeah,
B2
because the
level.
people that you will be dealing with around you are mostly French.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay. So would after everything, would you like to give
Okay,
some tip?
language barrier. Sorry, I have a
Yeah.
point for language barrier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you're living in Paris, just while doing your masters, it's fine if you don't know French. Like there are so many people who are studying in Paris and they don't know French because in Paris there are so many like English speaker people are there. But if you go to outskirts, then you need to know French. Otherwise, it will be really tough for you to live
Yeah.
there. Like Lille or Nice, you need to know French. But if you're in Paris, it's fine. Like I don't know French yet actually.
Yeah.
I just basic communal that I can do. Not more than that. That's it. That's my level.
Okay. Are you
So
means students do students have any opportunity to learn French in the universities while studying?
yes, yes.
Free
Universities
of
offer
cost
free courses.
courses. Yeah.
Yes, there are so many universities which offers free of course French like French teachings free. Like it's
Okay.
like included in their course only. They will teach you and take an exam for that.
Okay. That's really
Like there are
nice.
so many courses like that.
Okay. Okay, then would you like to give any tips to those people who would be planning to go to France for higher studies and other students also who are doing their bachelor's also? Would you like to give some tips?
As a tip, I'll say like first of all, like choose your proper field of interest, then look thoroughly and research into it. If there are like so many opportunities that we don't even know, but which is there, like my course that I didn't know about, like the Sorbonne, which is this good university. Like my university is like, Sorbonne is different university. So my university is mainly University of PA and Marie Curie that you have heard everyone like. So it's like what I will say. Like I will say always like research thoroughly. There are so many good opportunities that we never come to know, which is just there, but we never come to know that okay, there is something like that exists. Like here, after coming here, I know come to know that like people are doing course masters on culinary arts, which is like on cooking, then like various other courses. So I'll suggest like research thoroughly. That I'll say. And another thing, like I got really benefited from, there are many Facebook groups like Indians in France and all. So they will help you a lot. You can ask your questions there. There are so many people who have experience in different fields here. They will help you. Another good thing for Indian is like here's a place called Gardemont, which is like called the mini India. Anything here that you can find in India, you can find here. Anything, literally. So it's like for a really good thing for Indians. Anything, any food, it doesn't matter what it is. Food, accessories, anything that you can find here.
Okay.
So like if you crave for something Indian thing, you can get it here. Like it feels really good sometimes. Like Indian masala, Indian food, roti, whatever.
So thank you so much, Pritam, for sharing such informative things to all of us. And I hope the viewers would be very much benefited by your words and advices, obviously. So this is the ending part of the video. And guys, if you really like this video, please do share this video with your friends. And if you really like these contents of my channel, so please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that every video could be reached you through notification. And this much for today, guys. See you on the next video.